Well, good day. Here we are at another one of our fireside chats with Joan Henry and I, and our ongoing discussion on dancing from afar. In this time of COVID-19, many things have had to reinvent themselves, including our dance and the way we dance and the way we communicate with each other during the dances. And from the looks of it, it looks like the rest of the year, dances of a similar nature, as Joni likes to say, the way of it. And so we have a new opportunity, a new way of dancing and praying during this time. And we've already done one, Tennessee, and we're about to do another, which is Utah. And as grandmother used to say, practice makes perfect. So here we go with the discussion. And thank you and welcome all of you that see this.
It's beautiful to be talking to you again in this, because I feel like I have the opportunity in my mind, I can see you all. And it's the same kind of mind that we have to use, that seeing with the heart's mind, that we have to use in the course of doing this work of dancing from afar, of connecting with prayerful, conscious intent, of extending ourselves energetically into the invisible world that surrounds and is a natural part of every living being. And, as we always say, all things are alive. So I think it's important to think about what's coming up for this next dance, especially for folks who are dancing who haven't yet stepped into that experience of dancing from afar. We saw some beautiful things come out of Tennessee. There are some gorgeous sharings that have come out of that.
Yes, it's all been posted already.
Wow.
I was just looking at it a while ago. The experiences people had. And that's exactly what we're doing with the dancing from afar. We're projecting ourselves to the tree and to what is going on with the simple ceremony that takes place in Utah this year on Saturday. We're mentally projecting ourselves. We're prayerfully connecting ourselves with purposeful intent to that place and to that locale. And it's always so wonderful. Every person, I think, every being has that ability.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them haven't exercised it very much and consider it serendipity or whatever, but in my estimation, there is no serendipity. Anything that you think of, anything that you prayerfully generate with purposeful intent is going to be right there.
We are really, as soon as we apply consciousness, we begin to move in that way, even as our mind moves in and out of the invisible realm all the time. So do our feelings. So do our bodies do it too. We're not as used to it, but they do. And our spirits, that's where they live. So this is really about aligning ourselves, aligning those four bodies, if you will, and engaging. And then what's Picard say? Engage. And that's so that engagement, if it's not conscious, then we don't learn it the same way that if you don't engage the process of practice, something we were talking about before, if you don't engage it as a practice and repeat it and explore it, then you don't develop it. Just like if you only lift weights once a week, you're really not going to get any real muscle tone. It's not going to happen. we really, we don't have a perfect formula yet. We are learning through the process of these dances, dancing from afar, each with what works best for their own community in their estimation. And then we'll see what actually works and what maybe needs a little more tweaking. But how you prepare and how you engage dancing from afar is the same all the time. You take the same precautions. And that if it is not something that you practice, this is our opportunity to really develop a strong pathway in our bodies, body, mind, spirit, emotions, lining them all up. This is a possibility for us to really engage with the invisible world and begin to become facile in it, because that's the next human step. That's what Mother Earth is asking us for. She says, you've done enough with your physical bodies. You've done an awful lot with your emotional bodies, and your mental bodies are wrecking my planet. So could we please get some spirit-based work going on here immediately? And so we've been pushed into this space where people are thrown back on themselves to do some powerful work. And dancing from afar is exactly that. It's an opportunity to engage ceremonially.
Yeah, it's like riding a bicycle. You just don't jump on a bicycle and take off. And so what we're doing is we're learning as we go. It's kind of like on the job training.
Yeah.
We've had one dance that we've done this with absolutely marvelous results. And so we're on the verge of a second dance where we can streamline this and smooth it, like the analogy of the hollow bone, until we have it in a good flowing form. Mm-hmm. We've been doing physical dances for many decades, and we all know how they go and the sequence of how they go and what we do and so forth. But this is new territory, folks. This is something that we're having to do and experiment until we get it right. And so far, it's been marvelous results. You just got to keep on going, keep on refining it, keep on polishing it inside and out like that hollow bone.
The physics of the dance are that everybody is affected who has ever danced, because your vibration is changed. What does Charles say all the time? You are forever changed. It's a fact in physics. Your body is not the same. Your mind, your heart, your spirit, all of it's this. And we're now being asked to take responsibility for that and to engage it and to grow with it. So stepping into this dance means using the guidelines that have been given to help do that the best you can. We've really racked our brains for what is the way to keep you most safe and most able to engage deeply. Those guidelines exist on the Dancing from Afar page of the Dance for All People website, because that's the one place we know people will generally look. Do all the preparation you can to clarify your intentions, including the opportunity to reach out to your local dance bundle or reach out to the Utah Dance Bundle with tobacco ties, prayer ties, any kind of offerings, because those are ways that you start to establish that thread of engagement that you can connect to when you reach out at the time of the dance on Saturday. I think that it's important to state, as always, that the songs are being sung for us all at the tree. You do not have permission to sing the sacred songs.
You can sing other songs.
Yes, tell them about that.
Other songs that resonate with you. It's not like you just have to sit there all glum. You can sing other songs that come up right at the spur of the moment, or songs that spiritually resonate with you. Mm-hmm. Songs that are important to you. Mm-hmm. And so that doesn't mean that that you just have to do this all serious.
This is not the singer saying, don't sing. This is the singer saying, be smart. If you are in prayerful meditation with your intention focused on the tree, remember that it's your responsibility to stay grounded and present. And so that means you have to start by drawing a safe circle around yourself. You'll also know that there's a lot of smoke going around. There's a lot of, you want to clear yourself off, brush yourself off, with cedar or sage before you go in. Brush yourself off in the course of things as much as you need to.
One thing that comes to mind too is that this dance in Utah is going to move a little bit differently than the one that was held in Tennessee, because they're going to have, number one, on Friday, they're going to have a spirit burning, a la Northwest tradition. Number two, on Saturday, they're having the actual ceremony at the tree in Utah. And that will be Lane Tom and Bruce Frazier, the Bundle Keeper, and Jerry Bowie. They will actually be singing the songs there and being with the bundle there at that time. And then on Sunday, they're having their pipe ceremony and spirit feast.
Yeah.
Which I imagine if on Saturday, if you wanted to sit there in prayerful meditation and be with them, that would be good. What do you think on that, Joni?
They're loading their pipes on the Sunday. They're not. They're posting them then.
Yes.
They're not loading them beforehand. They'll be loading them and posting them, and then they'll be conducting a talking circle kind of format to sort of touch base with people's experiences. And that'll be a Zoom event, and you'll be able to see everybody. After the circle goes around, Laney's going to talk about, he's going to offer a teaching on feasting before the feast is done. And that's a great opportunity. It's a great learning opportunity.
Yes. So it isn't going to be just one day. You can help them along on Saturday, and then, of course, actually be present via, quote, Zoom event with your pipe and with the smoking of the pipes and the lecture by Lane and so forth on Sunday. So it's as I used to say about Wrigley's gum, double your pleasure, double your fun.
Oh, did we just really date ourselves? Okay. So the one other thing that I would encourage people to think about is that you want to think about who's going to receive you after your dance. If you feel you need to talk to their vision keeper, he's made his information available so that you can do that. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody, you step forward in that way. If you don't feel like that's a person you know as well, but you need to talk to someone, there's a reason. All of us are in the circle for a reason, holding one another. So if there's someone you trust that you feel you need to reflect with, don't be hesitant to reach out to them and say, hey, it would help me to talk about this, or can I spin this off to you? Or what do you think about this experience? Or whatever it is that you feel like you need. And I'll remind you again, something that we always remind you of that is just as applicable apart as physically together. And that is that you want to be mindful of where you're at for the next 4 days, not just, and more if you can get away with, but not absolutely, don't just jump out of bed and vacuum. I think that this particular dance will really give people a chance to feel that web of connection between yourselves, reaching out, riding through and supporting Lainey and Bruce and Jerry at the tree, and the bundle at the tree, and the tree herself. You'll feel those lines really extend if you are listening.
Yes, if you're listening. And practice makes perfect on this. The more we practice dancing from afar, the better it will be. But again, as I always reiterate, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. And with a good heart.
Mm-hmm. That's all the candy I've got.
That's what I've got too. Thank you for listening in, tuning in, and may the Spirit be with you, and may we have a wonderful and blessed ceremony. And for those of you, whatever you're doing in the course of your day or night, that you be led by the Spirit and be blessed by the Spirit as well. So thank you.
You've got time to prepare, so do so. Yeah, it's good.